Well, Rick, you sent me a picture of you texted me a photograph of a porta-john.
Oh, yeah, right.
With a sign on it, nicely lettered, said dressing room only.
Right, yeah, so I got all kinds of those, man.
Yeah, tell us about some of those.
Some of the most well, this was before I ever had a gig. There was a guy in San Francisco, there was a club, once again in Hunters Point, called the Moonlight Club, and this was like in a ghetto within a ghetto. It was in a little part of Hunters Point called Double Rock, and it wasn't even paved. Like you wouldn't believe it, man. They had that shit. There was roosters and people had chickens and shit out there, and this guy L.C. Robinson would play this Sunday afternoon gig, and people would come after church. Country people, they'd come after church, and it was a jam session. He was one of the first guys that ever let me sit in, and he had this drummer named Teddy Winston, a Chicago kid. He was like I thought he was about 80 years old then, and he had a big tall bass drum and stuff, and he would play drum solos on the walls and stuff. Right? Yeah, not as yeah, but like that. Yeah, that's where that comes from. Old vaudeville type stuff. And so LC, his wife was there, and his girlfriend came, and his girlfriend, they started fighting, and I don't know if it was his wife or I thought it was his girlfriend, pulled a gun and started shooting at somebody, and man, people were scattering and running out of there, and Teddy Winston, who I thought he was about 80 years old at the time, jumped over his drum kit, like DMR, jumped over his drum kit, and he had one of the real tall, old-fashioned kick drums, jumped over that, ran out the fire escape, and up some stairs in the backyard, and up these stairs, and there was two German shepherds had him pinned up at the top of the stairs, man. And this will give you an idea what a sick fuck I was at the time. I was thinking, man, this is the coolest shit in the world. I loved that stuff. That was one thing. Another thing happened to me one time. We were on tour in Australia. First time we ever went to Australia. And we had a gig in the tropics in Queensland where they have all the sugar cane fields. And I don't know how this guy found this job for us, but we had to drive through miles and miles and miles of sugar cane fields, and you couldn't see anything. It was just these tall cane fields and these straight, narrow roads. And I don't know how he knew where to turn or where to go or anything. We were just going through cane fields for hours and hours. And then we finally get to this dilapidated hotel in the middle of a cane field called the Garradunga Hotel. And we went in there, and it was just bizarre, man. And the people, it was almost all dudes, like cane cutters and Australian bikers and Aboriginals and stuff, man, and we walked through the lobby. I guess it was a lobby. There was a desk like a lobby, and the gig was like in the out back. But as you walk through the lobby, they had jars of formaldehyde above the walkway, like on the shelf, and it had like, three, two-headed emus and, all this just embryos of freak animals and stuff. And we I'm looking around like, fuck, man. We get out in the backyard, and there's a giant bonfire, and it's hot, man. We're in the tropics, you know. But they had this giant bonfire because there was just swarms of fruit flies everywhere. And so the bonfire, they're burning tires and stuff. And we got to play out there in this tire smoke, and I'm trying to sing, and I'm trying to breathe, and fruit flies are going down my throat and stuff. And that was
Another magic moment in showbiz.
it was I remember that one.
Did you get paid?
Did you get paid anyway?
You know, we had to wait so long to get paid. Now, the guy had hired us, who hired us. He was waiting to get paid. We were just waiting for him, and yeah, it was.
How'd the crowd like you?
They didn't give a shit. At any given time, there was at least a big crowd of people, and at any given time, then there was like 2 or 3 fights going on, you know, involving, you know, usually more than 2 people. And yeah, it was just, it was, you know, I mean, I played all kinds of, you know, Chicago, West Side, South Side, Hunters Point, you know, all kinds of places, man. That place scared me.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody's like, Jay, you look terrible, man. Your hair's all matted together. What you gonna Rasta on us? I said, no. Bro, these dreads aren't Rasta. This is last night's penne pasta. Check it out, y'all. She's sweet and she's hot. But a clean freak she's not. Well, a dog that go for me, that space. Well, I can't leave her, I need her. Yeah, man. She's cute and she's fine. But I bet like a buffet line, sleeping on biscuits y'all. How about it for Jerry Portnoy? Yeah, you're right.
Ew, what you got? No, I heard him online. He's
All right.
got
We're going to interrupt the regularly scheduled programming tonight. On the way to the show tonight, the boys in the van were talking about a saxophone player named Eddie Harris. And so I was like, yeah, I didn't say shit. You know, I sat there quiet. And then at sound check, I worked up an Eddie Harris tune. Here it is. Yeah, you're right. How about this band, y'all? Is it okay if I put my bullshit aside for just a minute and say, Jeff Burke, play me something, man? Go on, man. That's what it is. Very good. about that? How about that? How about a little of that? Jeff Burgo. On the bass, put your hands together for Brad Halid. The boys play. There's so much pressure, that people cave into the most basic caveman instincts, which is understandable, man. It's understandable. Sometimes you just feel bad and you think to yourself, man, if I just had a little bit more money, I'd feel good. How many people feel good when they got money? Anybody? Nobody? I'll tell you what, I feel pretty good knowing I got all y'all's money in my pocket right now. I feel good. But I gotta split it with these other people. But anyway, sometimes though, money ain't your thing, man. Sometimes you want that love, You want that love, you want that other person, They used to call it love, now they call that codependency. That's what they call it. When you're not complete unless you have some. But, get into bed, put on season 3 of 90 Day Fiancé, order some Uber Eats or some bad shit, cuddle up, get fat together, Man, that's like heroin almost. And believe me, I've done my share of dope. It's good, man. But some people, they rather like to smoke a little weed. Anybody like to smoke a little weed out there? It's legal now, right? But the thing is, it doesn't matter what it is that you do to feel better, to make yourself feel better, because Elvin Bishop said in the song, every form of refuge has its price. Because I learned it the hard way. You pay the price for feeling nice. You do. For example, if you drink alcohol, you drink too much alcohol, and you get in your car and you drive home tonight, you are subject to a DUI. It could happen. Now, and where I live in New Orleans, that would never happen. That would never. You'd be all right. But you're at least subject to a hangover, or maybe worse, right? Now, if you, anybody out there like Xanax or Valium? Nobody? That's such a bunch of BS. Ready? You know how much Valium is in this room, right? Or Xanax? Anyway, if you take Xanax, you're in danger of going to Walmart and stealing things you don't need. You have a pocket full of money anyway. They should write it on the bottle, right? It's true. If you do heroin, you're subject to OD, especially these days with the fentanyl. If you do cocaine, you're in danger of running out. If you smoke weed, now I had to quit smoking weed because I read on Facebook that the men develop the female mammary glands right here. That's right. I know it's true. I read it on Facebook. And then the other danger is that you'll eat everything in the house. End up big as a house, you know. And I know it's true because the other night I went out and smoked one of those Thai sticks. I came home and I ate so much food I couldn't fit in my brazier. That's true. That's right. But sometimes you don't need a woman or a man. You don't need any money. You don't need any dope. You don't need any booze. You just wake up on the right side of the bed and you feel good. Pick it up a little bit. Pick up that tempo a little bit. Yeah. You just feel good naturally. You feel good naturally. And sometimes the music does it too. The music does it. Yeah. I wrote a little song about it. It goes like this. Are you ready? It goes like this. Ready? Check it out. My clothes are bagging and my shoes are on, but I feel so good. I'm gonna blow my arm. I feel so good today. There's a thing a lot of dope niggas feel this way. Ain't got no wheels, ain't got no camera, but I'm the happiest man in the whole damn world. But this is number one, it's plain see. I can love you real good, I can let you be. Fucking music on radio. Ain't a woman with a man, so you go get go. Like a violin, feeling of my own ain't cool. Should be nigga, the feel is good. I can just feel it, put it in a can, and then I'll sell it to this place. Be the richest Raine. I'll say something like this, are you ready? Every little thing I do, don't be funny. From now on, sing it with me, y'all. Every little thing I do, don't be funny. From now on. Every little thing I do, don't be funny. Yeah. From now on. Every little thing I do, don't be funny. From now on. Break it down, y'all. Can I blow?
Yes.
Gotta relax now. Got a little worked up there.